What's up, boys and girls? It is White Gamer. Today we're going to go over my game settings, camera settings, and controller settings. These are the settings I've been using. I've been getting a lot of requests, so let's get going. So for the preset, this is automatically going to be set at competitive when you play clubs or rush or online in general. Then for shooting, I just have this on defaults, passing. All this is default, guys. I don't play around with this. Now, from defending, guys, I do have directional. That means when you do RB and B or R1 and circle, it will take your analog stick input into consideration. You can still clear it with B or circle and the ball will go to the safest spot. But when you don't have pressure, or you don't have that much pressure on you and you have time to manually dictate where the ball is going to go, I have it on directional and it's really useful. You can also do it for headers as well. So when you do RB and B or R1 and circle, you'll trigger the directional. And again, when you clear it with your normal button, it's still going to clear to the safest spot. Then jockey, this is automatically manual when you play online. Defending, I use advanced defending, guys. So the difference between advanced defending and legacy or tactical, whatever, advanced defending allows you to separate your seal outs and shield. So instead of doing everything with one button, advanced defending allows you to do seal outs and shoulder challenges with A or X, and it's so good. Ever since they introduced this last year, I've been using it, and I'm still using it in FC 25. It is really, really, really good. Highly recommend it. I get asked a lot, which one am I using? And I use advanced defending. I just prefer it, having the ability to separate my tackling button from my shoulder challenge and seal outs. And then pass block assistance, I have this on automatic or default. It's on. And then everything else, guys, is on default. I don't play around with none of these. Everything works out fine for me. And yeah, everything default. For the camera settings, these are the camera settings that I use. I use Legacy. I think this is a good camera for me personally, guys. The main reason I use Legacy is because it's not too far out of the pitch. I feel like I'm like close enough to my pro and I can see everything around me. If I can't see the other side, I will always switch cameras between my pro and the ball, or I can always look at the radar, the map in the bottom, which I use a lot. And then for rush, I use the rush broadcast, and then everything else is on default, guys. And I have the power shot zoom off. I don't like that camera zooming in when people do power shots, so I have that turned off. What I'll do is I'll just look at their feet when they're about to go for the power shot, which is kind of obvious because they do a long animation. But yeah, boys and girls, those are my camera settings, Legacy. And then for visual, guys, if you want to turn off the quick chat, you can turn it off. Where it says communication system, you can have that turned off. I have it turned on for now. I might turn it off later on throughout the year, but for now, I have it on. And then, guys, I have hold to skip turned off. So usually when you go into a club match, you have to hold down the button to skip the introduction, or to not to skip it, but to ready up. I have that turned off. All I have to do is just press it and then I can ready up. And then, guys, if you want to have your ping to show, you go where it says connection monitoring. If you want your ping in the upper right hand corner, you put ping on only. And then if you want your controller, as you guys can see on the screen right now, my controller is in the upper right hand corner. You can put input overlay on and make sure it says input only. And then the rest is for like if you're on new gen, if you can turn off the hypermotion stats overlay if you want. I have that on default. Sometimes it doesn't hurt. And then the ping system on, that's for rush. And then everything else, guys, the audio is default. You cannot mute the rush audio completely. Like I have it on 0, the commentator, and he still talks. So unfortunately, that is a bug in the game. Hopefully EA will fix that because the rush commentator is really, really annoying. And then, guys, everything else, I just have it on default, guys. I have everything on default. Now, for my controller settings, let's go over these settings. So I do have something different on the control settings. So for attacking, everything is default. But for defending, since FIFA 11, guys, I've been using these settings. So I don't tackle with B or circle. I tackle with RB or R1. The main reason I do that is because sometimes you accidentally want to clear the ball and it goes for a tackle, or it goes for a challenge and it causes a penalty or it causes a foul. So when you switch up your tackles to RB or R1, you'll never have that issue. And I've been using this since FIFA 11, like I said. But yeah, I tackle with my RB button. But boys and girls, those are my controller and camera settings. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.